understanding of how CARICOM is at work, and I stressed on is at work deliberately. The boy who could only be thought of as the water boy has written a book. His book speaks to a transformation and purpose and determination and a whole lot more. Who is this boy and what is the book about? We'll get to meet Courtney Selman in just a little while as well. Janae Green is on her mission to say, that's not my name, that ain't my name. So when you see women walking our streets and you choose to find other words to objectify them, they're saying back to you, that ain't my name. And now they're embarked on another initiative. We get to have an update, so we'll talk to her a little bit more about that in just a moment. Isaac Phillips is an influencer. He's on social media. I think I stood in line at the supermarket behind him, if I'm right. And so he'll join us this morning. He's one of those people who has come here in search of his roots. He's fallen in love with those roots. He's watering those roots while he's here. And so he has quite a story to tell. And we'll talk to him in a little while about that today, Tuesday. And before the show is done, we'll take you inside the parts department here at Inchcape Barbados. They're not just going to give you a vehicle and let you go off on your own. We want to look at the reasons why it's important to, when you're having a replacement part, to have a genuine replacement part and what that means. So there's a lot to talk about, and so there's every good reason for you to stick around. We'll take a break right here. We're back with more from Inchcape Barbados in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affairs segment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Inchcape Barbados is exactly what you just saw where we are at the moment. Inchcape Barbados is one of those companies that serves the region. CARICOM region indeed. And so we begin today our conversations on CARICOM as we get updates from Ambassador Commichon. Ambassador, good morning to you.
Morning, Pearson.
It's good to see you yet again. I know a couple of weeks ago you were back from Suriname for the COFOR meeting, and you did say to us at that point that we were hoping to have the declaration coming out of that meeting read to us and so we get a sense of what the agreement was. Has it arrived yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it took some time. I think principally because of the statement on Cuba.
Yes.
And so that statement finally came out on the 27th of May. And I guess it took some time because two of the CARICOM member states found themselves unable to go along with the majority. Those two were Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana. But it's important for citizens of CARICOM to know that CARICOM has spoken loudly and clearly on the situation in Haiti. And it's important, I think it's important to share that statement with our people so they can see the kind of principles that CARICOM still stands for. Yes. So if I can read it. Yes. The CARICOM Council for Foreign and Community Relations, COFCO, expresses its profound concern regarding the ongoing and intensifying economic, commercial, and financial measures imposed upon the Republic of Cuba. The COFCO reminds that the mounting hardships facing the Cuban people also seriously impact CARICOM nationals studying and living in Cuba, whose well-being remains a priority for the community. These measures compound the trade and economic embargo imposed on Cuba for over 6 decades which has had a deleterious effect on the lives and livelihoods of the Cuban people. COFCOR unequivocally affirms Cuba's sovereign right to import and receive fuel and condemns the obstruction of energy supplies to Cuba, which has precipitated a grave humanitarian crisis. COFCOR reaffirms the need for the preservation of the Caribbean as a zone of peace and expresses alarm at recent statements that suggest the possibility of military aggression against the Republic of Cuba. Any such action would inflict unnecessary human suffering, impose grave material cost, and fundamentally destabilize the security architecture of the entire Caribbean region. And finally, as a matter of international law and in solidarity with the resolutions adopted year after year by the overwhelming majority of United Nations member states, the COFCOR reaffirms that Cuba poses no threat to any nation, that it stands as a peaceful and cooperative member of the international community, and that the continued application of these unilateral coercive measures constitutes an unjustifiable violation of human rights, the principles of free trade, and the fundamental norms governing relations among sovereign states. That's it.
It's a very powerful statement.
Yeah.
What I liked is it spoke to the moral position, but it also spoke to the legal position as well. And so oftentimes we ask, okay, those are words. How do we make those words become reality to show our solidarity against what's happening with Cuba?
Yes. Well, you know, our people have been asking CARICOM to do two things. One was to make a statement like this, reaffirming, you know, our principles, reaffirming that we stand for international law. And this is being done against the background of Mr. Trump making statements like, I can take Cuba. I can do anything I want with Cuba. And Mr. Trump, that is not how international law works, you know, and those of us who are conscious of how high the stakes are, if the United States feels it can just roll over, well, Cuba is like, you know, Cuba is like the poster boy, you know, for independence and sovereignty. And if he feels he can just roll over Cuba and do whatever he wants with Cuba, then where does it stop? So we have been asking CARICOM to state very clearly where we stand. But secondly, the people of the Caribbean have also been saying to CARICOM, you need to help Cuba. Yes. And in fact, CARICOM, our heads of government at the meeting in St. Kitts in February promised that we were launching a drive to send humanitarian supplies. Well, the good news I have, you know, it's taken a little while. CARICOM has decided to do the humanitarian supplies through Mexico. So the idea is that every country sends its contribution into the CARICOM Secretariat, who then sends it to Mexico. The goods are purchased in Mexico, and then the Mexican government takes responsibility for transporting the goods to Cuba. So the good news is that over last weekend, a shipment from Belize arrived. There's some photographs that were being shared regionally, but that was so pleasing. And the CARICOM Secretariat has informed me that Barbados' shipment of food supplies will be reaching Cuba on the 10th of June.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes. So I'm very pleased because Barbados, you know, we are sending our financial contribution since the beginning of March.
Yes.
So it's taken a little time to get the logistics in place. But that would be great news that our contribution arrives. And this is not the first contribution Barbados has made, but this is the first contribution since that promise at the Heads of Government Conference in February. And so it's very pleasing to know that, because I think these are the two, every right-thinking country in the world has to make an effort to help Cuba prevail in this crisis, not only for the benefit of Cuba and the Cuban people, but for the benefit of the maintenance of international law. It is important that Cuba prevail. And how will Cuba prevail? Well, if we help Cuba with supplies, but also if we make statements like this, saying, hey, there's something called international law, and it must be respected.
And so here we are. We have Belize making a shipment, Barbados making a contribution as well. What else do we know about the rest of the CARICOM nations and their contributions?
Well, for example, I know St. Kitts made a public statement that they had sent in their donation to CARICOM Secretariat, Grenada likewise. But I don't have the I don't actually have the actual information as to which countries have made donations. The Secretariat is likely to keep that information very confidential, But I trust, and I know the people of our region trust, that every government will step up and will do something. And in fact, the whole idea is that it should not be a one-off donation, that as long as this crisis goes on, we should periodically be helping the Cuban people.
That's government, but civil individuals also have a responsibility, I believe, to be able to help Cuba. And I know there are many organizations on the ground, generally, who are raising funds. And we want to encourage those of you who have not yet made your donation, whether it's in kind or in cash, to the Relief of Cuba effort. I want to give you encouragement today to do so, and do so really, really soon, because our Cuban brothers and sisters need your assistance. And so reach out to any of those organizations and make your contributions, and they're open to receive it. And then eventually that too becomes another part of the shipment into. But there's more that we can talk about in our conversations on CARICOM, and we'll do that right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
We could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't saying nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who really make the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing,
Two, get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a life.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We continue now our conversations on CARICOM. We did speak to you about the statement coming out of COFCOR in Suriname that was held recently. We spoke a little bit about the development efforts that are happening to assist Cuba. And now let's turn our attention to something that happened October last year, 2025, when for the first time it became reality. People of at least 4 CARICOM nations were allowed to move across the borders to work and live and engage. Where are we now where that effort is concerned?
Yes, well, that was like the holy grail that we finally accomplished, even though it's only started with 4. Of course, we're talking about the full free movement regime, Barbados, St. Vincent, Dominica, and Belize. The good news I have is that we have not had any problems. It has gone very smoothly. I am proposing very soon to bring together all the stakeholders where we can do a full analysis. And of course, the stakeholders range from immigration to the police to education, health, Caribbean institutions like Impacts, the Implementation Agency for Crime and Security, and so forth. So soon from now, I'm going to bring together everybody, and we have a good look at how the free movement regime has gone over the past 8 months. But speaking from my position as ambassador, there have not been complaints. So it says that all is well. Recently, though, there was a little misinformation that went out publicly about the numbers of Vincentians, Dominicans, and Belizeans who have used the free movement regime to make their home here in Barbados. And there was some confusing information because the press put out the figure of nearly 15,000 people. Now, they got that figure of 15,000 from the Ministry of Home Affairs, who would have given them immigration figures for the numbers of people from St. Vincent, Dominican, and Belize who travel to Barbados. But you can't take that figure. You can't. It is not everybody who travels to Barbados who exercises the right to become a permanent resident of Barbados. The vast majority of those people are just temporary visitors, maybe even people in transit. So the persons who you count as people who have opted to reside here, those are the people who go to the Ministry of Labor and register with our Ministry of Labor and are given a certificate of indefinite reside and work, and then go on from there to register with national insurance and electoral boundaries and get their national ID and all the rest of it. And since the 1st of October, that figure would be 776 people. But even that figure is somewhat misleading because the majority of that 776 are not people who have come into Barbados. Those were actually Vincies and Dominicans and Belizeans who were already living in Barbados and took the opportunity to regularize their status and get the certificate of indefinite reside and work. So just as I had predicted to Barbadians, there's not going to be any flood. It's going to be a very manageable number, and that is what it has proven to be.
And it'll be gradual over time as the time evolves and happens.
And that's what we want. We do want people coming in.
Right.
Because we have this problem of this aging population, and we know we need relatively young, economically active people coming in, but we want them coming in manageable numbers. And that is exactly what is happening.
On the other side of that equation, I need to know how many people are going out and seeking opportunities elsewhere as well. I think that's an analysis that we need to also discuss.
Yeah, I'll come back. When we do the full analysis, I'll come back. I didn't search out that figure because I really wanted to respond to the misinformation about this number of 15,000 that had just been put out there, But yes, those figures are available. I will have to get those figures from the Ministries of Foreign Affairs of St. Vincent, Belize, and Dominica. But as I said, we are coming up to the 1-year anniversary. We are going to do a full analysis, and we'll be able to come and give the country a more detailed report.
I'd like to still underscore the importance and the benefits that flow therefrom, from this freedom of movement between at least these 4 who've started so far, so that Bajans get a sense of diminishing that fear and seeing opportunity. So how could you, let's again put it into context for folks who may have just heard about this for the very first time, who are figuring out what is all this freedom of movement about? Am I just going on vacation? I do that already. It's not just about vacation, it's opportunity.
Yeah, and it's about us all making that determination to embrace our brothers and sisters, our neighbors, and to say to them, this is your home as well. Feel at home. This is where you belong. And ultimately, what we want to do, we want to curtail that brain drain from our Caribbean community to North America and Europe. We don't want to be losing. We don't want to be sending our young people to university, paying for them to go to university, getting them trained, and then they're heading off, to Europe and North America to make their contribution to other countries. So, we want to keep our people at home. And one of the ways of keeping our people at home is to let them know, just like in the United States, the child born in the United States, you have from New York to California to Florida to Rome to find opportunities, to find yourself. Similarly, we want the child born in St. Kitts or Barbados or Dominica. You're not just confined to that little space. This region is yours. It is your home where you can roam, you can find yourself, you can find opportunity. So we have to have, look, the enslavers brought our ancestors across the Atlantic. They brought them here to exploit them, to, put them on little plantations, to work them, virtually to work them to death. And we are taking our destiny into our own hands. And we are saying, no, we are not going to be some weak, isolated people. You put us in a little box and say, that is your destiny. We are going to take this region that you brought us here to explore. Well, we are going to take this region and we are going to make it into something. We are going to own it and we are going to develop it. And we are going to make it into a first-class part of the world, that we can be proud about, and we can create a good life for ourselves in our own region. And that is the vision that has inspired the Grantley Adamses and the Norman Manleys and the Errol Barrows and the Michael Manleys and Burnham and Eric Williams, of the pioneers of our regional integration movement. And we must hold on to that vision and make it work. And this thing about the free movement, they've always said, this is the Holy Grail. This is where we have to get to. And these 4 CARICOM countries said, well,
we'll take the lead.
We will be the pioneers. And my good news is, thus far, it is working.
It is working, and it's working to the benefit of and not to the detriment of. Because I know some of the conversation in its announcement was, it's going to plunder our social services. Suddenly we will be burdened by all of these other people who are coming in, who are using resources that are meant for those who are naturalized, who live here. And so now we know the reality is, that doesn't happen. It's not been happening.
No.
So, but what we also know is the reality is that you also, as a Barbadian here, you can seek employment elsewhere easily, quite easily indeed. Previously, you would have to go through the whole process of waiting for what was it called again?
Well, you either had to get a work permit,
That is the
or
word.
if you qualified under one of the skills,
Precisely.
you get your CARICOM skill certificate. Then you had to get that recognized in the other country, and sometimes
It was quite cumbersome.
yes.
And so it's not as cumbersome as it was before. So the possibilities are very real and rich everywhere among at least the first 4. And we're hoping over time that the others in the region join this regime to be able to provide opportunity for all of us. I see this simply as opportunity, as opposed to anything else, because wherever we are, we will live and we will work and we will contribute and we'll make a significant difference and a dent into whatever is happening there. And so freedom of movement is open to all of you. I know the younger viewers, they see the opportunity immediately. They get the possibility. And for some of us who are a little bit more long in the tooth, we get a little bit scared, but it's also for you. I want to speak now to our viewers who are abroad, who are Barbadian, for instance, who now can also use this as opportunity. You're there studying somewhere else. You're there developing yourself and your skills. You can bring those skill sets back now quite easily because of the freedom of movement.
Yes, and you can bring them back not only to your native country, but to several CARICOM countries. Under the skills regime, that applies to all CARICOM member states, with the exception of the Bahamas. So if you're Bajan, living in wherever, New York, wherever, and you want to make that relocation back to the Caribbean, you have one of those skills, you would not only have the right to live and work in Barbados, but through your skill, you can get the right to live and work in all of the other CARICOM countries, with the exception of Bahamas. And of course, in relation to the 4 who are members of the free movement regime, it doesn't even depend on skills. It just depends on your nationality.
Indeed.
Well, you're good to go.
Good to go. So we're good to go. We're good to go as CARICOM people, and we're good to go as a region, indeed. And so, Ambassador, I want to thank you for having this conversation on CARICOM. But I know you're leaving soon. You have another meeting coming up.
Yeah, the CARICOM has all of these councils. Yes. It's through the councils that CARICOM does its business. So a couple of weeks ago, I was in Suriname for the COFCOR, which is the Council for Foreign and Community Relations, basically our foreign ministers. On Thursday morning, I'll be heading to Guyana for a meeting of the COTED. That's the Council for Trade and Economic Development. That's where we deal with all of the issues pertaining to trade and goods, common external tariff, the rules of origin, etc., the whole free trade arrangement. So next week, I'll be able to give you some exciting information about trade in soybeans.
And much more, indeed. So, Ambassador, so we're looking forward to that conversation on CARICOM then. But thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, thanks.
Barbados Ambassador to CARICOM, His Excellency David Comishong, in today's conversation on CARICOM. Morning Barbados continues live from Inchcape, Barbados, right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't saying nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who really make the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing, you know.
2, get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a lion. When we come together, because you, me, we are the heart of the party. When it sounds sweet, it could be a lime or a pet. Be ready to sweat. Here's our shot. You want them real Andy.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living crop over across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Crop Over Live, Crop Over Sweet Spot, festival vibes, the raw energy, straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Crop Over Legends, Inda Festival, the stories that built this festival. Vibe 94.7 FM brings it home. Crop Over Diaries, Calypso Legacy, culture unfiltered. And CBC News is on the ground for every story, update, and highlight. Everything streams live on our socials and YouTube. Wherever you are, you're connected. Plus, spot, connect, and win. One loyal CBC listener or viewer drives away in a Suzuki Hybrid. This isn't just a season. This is CBC. This is the Crop Over and Summer Vibe.
Crop Over lives on TV8. It's where the season comes alive. From the road to the stage, we've got it covered. The vibes, the music, the culture, all in one place. TV8. We are Crop Over Live.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new country.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're in the showroom of Inchcape Barbados here in Warrens, St. Michael, and so we are now meeting with a man who was told quite young, you could only bring water. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that, the audacity to tell me, this little boy, that? Well, that's Courtney Selma, whose story I'm talking about. Pastor Courtney Selma is with us now. Good morning.
Good morning, Pearson.
That's a part of your story.
Yeah, part of my story. And I just want to first thank you for allowing me to be here this morning. And indeed, all the listeners, and to Royal Ford, who orchestrated this movement. You know.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
That moment you were told those kinds of words, someone looked at you, had the audacity to look at you and say those words. What happened?
And person, it was my best friend too.
Really?
Yeah, my best friend. When my father told me that I should go and join Empire Club after playing for two clubs, BCL clubs, in St. George, Sydney and St. Augustine. You know, the guy looked at me and said, man, I believe you can get into Empire Club. Yes, you can get into Empire Club. I think they're looking for a water boy to take the water out, you know. And, you know, that didn't deter me. That inspired me, as a matter of fact, to go on. You will always find people who are like the Sambalots and the Tobiases who will say it can't be done. You know, even your family sometimes, Pearson, is so sad that will say things like that to discourage you. But once you have the will to do certain things, and you see, that was one of my goals. One, to play for Barbados. But there had to be some steps to get there. And one was joining the first division team, Empire Club. So, I did not harshly looked at him, or he, had any hard feelings to him,
He did not determine your destination. And that's
right.
The whole point. You don't determine. Thank you for the words, by the way. You just fueled my journey because I'm one of those kinds of people as well. Oh, you said that? I'll prove you wrong. I will prove you wrong.
Fantastic.
And so you've used all that cricket to help, all that cricket is to drive you to the success that you are today. And so having taken that journey through the game of cricket and life's experiences, you've really developed this book.
Yeah.
And this book is called 3 Powerful and Transforming Ds. I teased yesterday as to what are those Ds. We'll find out tomorrow.
Not political.
Indeed. So what are those 3 Ds that you're talking of?
Desire. One has to have a desire to do something, a goal. Discipline. You need discipline. Discipline means getting up, in my case, getting up at 4 o'clock in the mornings, running all through the country, not hanging out too late at night, especially on Friday nights when you got to play, or even before a game. And determination, not giving up, despite all the things that are going to stop you from, or get in your way from achieving your goals. You have to keep on keeping on and not giving up.
Yeah.
Determination, you have to be determined, come what may, whatever, gets in your way to go on.
And obedient to your purpose.
Yeah, that's right.
So within all of this, desire is purpose.
Purpose.
You have a desire, but it must be in alignment with your purpose.
Well, I'm glad that you touched that, purpose. My purpose really in life, Pearson, it has like a couple of parts to it. To make people physically, mentally, and morally strong. And from that, I came up with a program called Let Us Make This World Morally Better, initiative. I have been on radio for 20 years, spiritual side of it.
We know you well.
and mentally.
Yes.
Now the book, and Pierce, you know what? At 81 years old, I'm 81,
Wow, you do it well. You carry your 81 quite well.
Thank you so
welcome.
much. I feel, that I fulfill, or I'm fulfilling my purpose in life, and not giving up. Because, here, some places, when people get 65 years old, they think that's the end of the world. And I know that's not going to be you. I know when you go get 80 and 85 and 90, you're going to be strutting along.
In my head, I'm still 18 years old, and I live with that. And so that's my life.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I'm dyslexic. I'm 18, not 81.
Father, forgive me. And so here you are. You've written the 3 Ds. The Ds of which you speak are desire, discipline, and determination. And so this book is written in such a way that at any age,
that's right.
This is you.
That's right.
And I think if we begin to inculcate this into our children quite young, what is this passion that you have? What's your desire? What is it that drives you? What is it that wakes you up and keeps you awake? What is that desire for? Mind you, you still have to be able to be careful with that desire, because there's some people who have ultimate
on the negative side.
Correct. So we just want to make sure you have the right desire. Then you create in them the discipline. And I come back to Samuel and Eli.
Yeah,
and he kept wondering, who's calling me? He had to be disciplined enough to be able to be obedient to the call. But his determination was that he will overcome and he will lead.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole point in all of this. So I turned in this book, as I told you before we started, I have this thing that when I receive a book, I just take my hand and I open to whatever page. I don't care what page it takes me to, and I begin. And that's where I began this morning. I turned the book and I turned to page 7. The number of completion, as a matter of fact, page 7.
Yeah.
And page 7 starts with a miracle. A miracle. This miracle is the day that you took the drive across, you and your friend, and you came to the toll booth. And you only, for the toll, it was $4. You only had $3.75, having searched all of the car to find enough.
Yeah.
What did this story mean to you?
Well, it was inspiring from the point of view that, one, there was the guy with V. Neville, as it mentioned there. He was not a big believer, right? And from that incident, he began to believe more strongly in God.
Right.
Well, my driver, I had some trucks up there in New York, and my driver didn't come out in the morning, and I was off from my regular job, and I decided, well, I'm going to drive the truck. Believe you me, and I must confess, I didn't have a license to drive a truck at the time. I hope they can't charge me retroactively.
No.
Yeah, and so I decided to drive the truck to Bronx that day to make it a delivery, right? And I got to the toll booth, and I looked. I realized that I didn't have my wallet, no money, and Neville had no money either. And I said, boy, this is a tough one. So I had to reverse, embarrassingly so, outside out the booth and park just outside the booth. And because I would leave with like 25 cents before we had the cell phones in the truck for the guys to call if they need to call me for the emergency. You know, I look all over the truck, you know, under the mat in the cubby hole, and, you know, and I came up with $3.75. $3.75.
Almost enough.
Yeah, almost enough.
Almost enough.
Yeah.
And that's the story for me. But in all of this, you recognized prayer.
Yeah.
Prayer can close that gap. Your connection with your father could close that gap.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, forgive me here. And so there you were. You found enough because your father provided you what you needed to take you through. And I mean, take you through.
You're giving me
toll.
goosebumps.
Sorry. Take you through the toll, but also take you through. And so you tell that story. I don't want to give it all away, but you tell that story in the book.
Yeah.
You also tell the story in the book. And again, my fingers took me to chapter 7. There's something about 7 today, which says
it's coincidental, really, because I'm a sevens person. Yeah. I do everything in sevens.
There you go.
I go to the supermarket. I try to go aisle number 7. I do seven.
All right. But you take me on, and it says finding new desires in retirement.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole. We don't stop living.
Yeah.
Regardless of how old we get, we don't stop living. We just keep going. And so we are rebirthed and rebirthed and rebirthed all the time. And so with each rebirth, you must have the 3 Ds. Your desire, your discipline, and your determination. You're taking the next step. Now, you're launching this book this weekend.
Yeah.
Tell me quickly about the launch.
Yeah, on the 12th of June.
This Saturday. This Friday.
Friday.
This Friday.
At Sky Mall from 10 to 6.
Look at your screen, everybody. Look at your screen. All the details are there.
From 10 to 6. And I've invited a number of people, friends, and, you know, Facebook family of friends.
Yes.
And you know, I'll be giving away, for the first person, I'll be giving my customized bat, you know, to signed by me.
You get the Courtney Salmon customized bat.
Yeah, and some other gifts and books. I'll be giving some books.
I used to play cricket.
Yeah.
May I borrow your bat a moment? Is this the one?
Yeah.
This is the one.
Yeah, this is the one.
And so
if you get there first, you might get the bat, right?
It might well be.
You see CS?
Yes. CS for Courtney Salmon. Let me turn it. See it? Courtney Salmon with his nice little scribble over here. His nice little scribble. You see it right there? That's his signature. It's his signature book, his signature bat. And then I'll hit it for 6.
Oh, why not 4? Well, of course, if I was bowling at you, you could hit it for 6.
You're right. I'll be out in a minute. So it's on Friday at 10 o'clock in upstairs Sky Mall in the conference?
Downstairs. Yeah.
Just in the area?
In the area downstairs, yeah.
And so you're looking for the first number of people to come. And when they come, you have special gifts for them as well, books for you. Yeah. Are you doing the autographing as well of the book?
Yeah, sure. I'll be... You're signing the book.
Okay.
If that means anything.
it would mean a lot. It becomes quite a keepsake.
And it would bring back memories to me. Yeah. When I was in England in 1986, I have a picture there signing autographs for youngsters.
Fantastic. This is all happening on Friday. You're there for quite a number of hours, for at least 8 or so hours, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the hallway of Sky Mall. You come, everybody. You get the first person who walks right up to Courtney Salmon and says, am I number 1? Yes, you're number 1. You get this, and it's yours for life. I know you will care for it and you will treasure it for what it's meant, but use it. Because in being disciplined, you still have to use. You have to do something. It's not just words that he's sharing with you. He's sharing with you action points as well. Have a desire. That's an action. Be disciplined. Take action. Be determined. Take action.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop with you making your decision. And so that's what it's all about. Books are available as well.
I'm going to make you my agent for my book.
Be careful. I'm priceless. Indeed. And so it's all on Friday, folks, in Sky Mall, in the hallways of Sky Mall. It is the book, 3 Powerful and Mind-Transforming D's, Desire, Discipline, Determination by the one and only Courtney Salmon.
And person, it's not only about selling the book. From the sales of the book, I will be donating to the Kidney Society here in Barbados, a percentage. Yeah. I'll be donated to the St. Jude's Hospital in the United States, when books sold in the United States. I'll be donating $1 from each book. And in Canada, the Cancer Society, I'll be giving $1 from each book.
Fantastic.
So, and this, for the Kidney Association here in Barbados, because my son,
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. It's one of those stories that's been in the news recently, and it's not a pretty picture, but it is one we have to face, and we have to face in a strong way. And so we want to continue contributing and pouring into the work of the Kidney Association of Barbados. And so your purchase of it helps Courtney's son.
My son had a kidney replacement recently. So I want to give back something for that.
Yes. Thank you for being so faithful to the cause.
Yeah.
Courtney Selman, the author of the book, and Courtney Selman, the humanitarian, Courtney Selman, the cricketer, Courtney Selman.
Wow.
It's Friday, 10 o'clock in the morning, in the halls of Sky Mall. You come. And when you come, this could be yours or any of the books. Buy your book, and purchase goes a very long way to helping others in a very significant, meaningful way. Thank you, Courtney. Wish you well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Morning Barbados is right back, right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
We could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't saying nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who really make the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing, you know.
Two, get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a life. When we come together, because you, me, we are the heart of the party. When the song sweet, it could be a lime or a fete. Be ready to sweat. Here's a shot you want, then realize.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We hope it goes well.
Yes. All right. Life outside, I'm telling you, life outside is always so very different indeed, but life outside is good. If you look behind me, you see the roundabout here in Warren's, just outside of the showroom at Inchcape, Barbados. And I'm here for a reason, because outside, sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we can diminish the value of the female folk among us, and that's what we're talking about. That ain't my name. And so my good friend, Janae Green, is back with me. She's the founder of this movement. Janae, good morning.
Good morning, person.
How is it going?
It's going quite well, actually.
Yeah?
Since the last time we were on Mornin Barbados, there's been a lot more awareness.
Yes.
A lot more persons followed the page. Persons reached out. I've had persons come up to me and tell me that they saw the campaign through Mornin Barbados. So it's been going great.
That is fantastic. And that's what we want to know.
Exactly.
But we don't want people just to like it alone. We want you to actively change.
Exactly.
So what else are you doing to help us on the journey towards change and understanding and sensitivity?
So right now we have launched, actually on Saturday, we launched a new branded education initiative where we are using branded merchandise to raise awareness, social awareness. So we have begun with shirts, and we have 4 prints available, and you can get your shirt printed, and it has a message. So if you would hold my microphone for me, please.
Oh, there. Okay, madam. She's the model now. What are you doing?
So we have 4 shirts available. I have 2 samples today. This is one of the prints that says "Catcalling is not a compliment," and this is basically the motto of the campaign.
Nice.
And
what's on the back? What's on the back?
On the back, actually, is the partner that we have that's printing the shirts,
Okay.
Faith Creations. So shout out Faith Creations. They print all the shirts, and we also have a hashtag on the sleeve, TAMN. That's just the the abbreviation, the acronym actually for
It's
the
very
campaign.
fashionable.
Of course.
And
of
it's not
course.
so busy that it bothers you.
Exactly. But
Yes.
this is a good one. But my favorite one, Pearson. Pearson is this one. Now this is the
Sweet
original
girl, my
brainchild.
friend.
Exactly. This is the brainchild of how the campaign started. I was having a conversation with my family and I told them how great it would be to have the names that women are objectified with, lines going through them, and then that ain't my name. So this one says sweet girl, not that one. My friend, nah. Catty, that ain't my name. And there are 3 variations of this shirt.
Yes.
We have some that have like darky and reds and shorty. We went full Bajan.
Wow.
Everything a woman is called and objectified with in Barbados, we get it on the shirt.
I like that. You get the conversation going immediately.
Exactly.
It is really cool.
Exactly. And I've
Do
been
you
wearing
have that in
them.
white?
You
White
can
back?
actually have any print on black or white. So we are doing them custom to order. So you
Right.
can, when you order the form, when you fill out the order form, you can indicate which print you want and if you want it on black or white shirt.
This order form is on your socials?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It already is. We launched on Saturday, Pearson. Of course. Of course it's on my socials, Pearson. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
This is wonderful. And so here you are now. Are you said to me you can see the sensitivity rising. You see people are paying attention. And how do you get this into schools? Because I know we want to really tackle it from the root as well. What efforts are being
It's
done
actually funny you mentioned that because a teacher from a primary school had reached out to me, and with my team we had decided that one of the ways we wanted to target young children is to go into schools and have like awareness sessions. And we know that as the term is coming to an end, teachers and principals are looking for things to engage the children. So if you are interested actually in having the That Ain't My Name campaign come and talk to both your boys and girls, feel free to reach out to us via our email. It is the TAMN movement, TAMN movement @gmail.com, and we can arrange for a session.
Yeah. I think also the shirts and the messaging on the shirts allow for conversation and education. But oftentimes, and I can't speak for you because I can't begin to imagine what it is to be objectified in the way that women are objectified. But perhaps if you remain a little calm and say, hi, you call me Catty, could we talk a little bit more about that? Do you have those kinds of moments where you're calmly transferring and exchanging information?
I've actually had 2 experiences because I've been wearing my shirts.
Yes.
I love to wear my shirts through Bridgetown. It's my favorite thing to do. And I've had a gentleman ask me, so he was saying, if we can't call females these names, then what do you call them? And I was telling him that if you don't know a female well enough to know her name, then you probably shouldn't be shouting at her from across the street.
Right.
If you want to interact with somebody, you can just approach them calmly. And if all you're going to talk about and discuss is the physical appearance of their body, you should keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
So I've also had persons ask me, like, what is the campaign about? So the shirts are an excellent conversation starter. If you wear the shirts, recognize that it's not just to boldly speak out against, but also to be calmer in educating persons. So to taking that calmer approach to people, because some people genuinely just are curious.
Yeah.
And you can use that curiosity to educate persons.
Do you think that some people do that in ignorance or in lack of awareness simply? What is it? I mean, because our culture is as it is,
Yes.
and we become products of that particular culture, and sometimes you just say the word because that's what other people are using.
Yeah.
You didn't mean anything by it, but it just happens to offend. That level of sensitivity, I think it takes a little deeper conversation, but nonetheless, it is important to begin the conversation about it. So sometimes do you think that people just do it out of pure ignorance?
Yes. And that's exactly why the campaign is a social awareness campaign.
Yeah.
Because if you're not aware of something, you wouldn't notice it. So if no one points out to you, this is wrong or this is not okay, you would never consider it not being okay.
Right.
And especially in a society like ours where persons tend to learn socially from observing other people. So children would grow up seeing it and think it's normal until one person, such as this campaign, tells you it's not.
Yeah.
So most of it is ignorance. And we hold space for that. So we go to the approach of educating persons.
So fellas who are watching, don't take the approach of, man, what you fret about? That's just a nice word. No, that's not what it is at all. The women of our community are saying to you, we don't want to be objectified in that way. We have names, they have value, they have purpose, they have reason to be. And so the same way they don't call you names, fellas, don't call them names. And that's the whole point to all of this as well. So the shirts, we just go to
TAMN_campaign.
Right,
Yes,
on
please.
socials, fill in the order form and do the transaction. And let's see if we can get you wearing these as well. I think the more we see people out and about in them, because they're so cute, I'm telling you, they become really big fashion statements for you to wear indeed.
Yes,
and
please.
I could hear someone, wait, they got it in the V-neck?
If you want to create a custom order that is not based on what we have listed, you can just
Just say
contact
so.
the Instagram page and we can work something out because they are custom order. So if you wanted a variation, say you want to find a different color or a different type of shirt, we can work that out.
They can work it out. Now that is the T what we want to hear, but that ain't my name. TAMN _ campaign
Yes,
is where you go to get to place your order. And I want you to post your order as quickly as possible. Be seen, be heard, but be a part of the movement. This is not just a beautiful little shirt with a flower on it or words on it. This is part of a conversation of which you are now a part.
Yes,
and so I want to encourage you to go and place your order as quickly as possible and get the shirt and wear it and educate, enlighten, inform.
Yes.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you very
Janelle,
much
as
for having
always.
me again. You'll probably see me again as well.
I want to see you again. I want to see you again. She is so inspiring. She is so. I like talking to you. You know this.
You keep saying
know
this.
But thanks again. All the best.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. So from the showroom, if you look, you can see traffic is beginning. Can you do a traffic report? Look and tell me what you see.
Traffic on this, is it Tuesday? Tuesday morning. It's a bit steady. It's catching up from this direction. It seems to be a bit more
What
busy,
direction?
but that direction, Pearson.
So from that direction.
From that
down to
direction, yes, please. But it's moving steadily. If you want to get outside your house, now would be a good time. If you continue to dawdle as I do on mornings, you might be stuck in some traffic. So Barbados, let's get going.
Let's get going. Thank you so much.
You're
Janelle.
welcome.
Morning Barbados. It's a break here. We're coming back with more from HK Barbados in just a moment.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living crop over across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Crop Over Live, Crop Over Sweet Spot, festival vibes, the raw energy straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Crop Over Legends, Into Festival. The stories that built this festival. Vibe 94.7 FM brings it home. Crop Over Diaries, Calypso Legacy, Culture Unfiltered. And CBC News is on the ground for every story, update, and highlight. Everything
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Time for some news now. Minister of Legal Affairs and Criminal Justice Michael Ashley says there are plans to strengthen protection orders in Barbados. He has also proposed the need to bring changes to the judicial system to give victims better experiences and support. He was speaking at a two-day national consultation on victims and victim support, which concludes at the Radisson Aquatica. CBC's Anesta Henry has that story.
Police officers, members of the judiciary, and other stakeholders gathered to engage in robust discussions on victims and victim support. Before the conversations began, Minister of Legal Affairs and Criminal Justice Michael Ashley presented them with facts to consider as they consult, including plans to strengthen protection orders.
We need to ensure that victims understand how to report breaches. That's another important thing too. And that breaches are to be responded to in a swift manner. And this also will include better coordination and more enhanced coordination for all the stakeholders.
Minister Lashley says victims' services, though present in many places, are not sufficiently connected. This means there's the potential of a negative impact on victims, leading them to fall through the cracks and feel as though the system is not there for them.
Navigating a courtroom is intimidating to anybody, whether you are a victim or whether you're a citizen. And when you walk into certain courts, when you go over by the Supreme Court and you walk in court number 4, or you walk in court number 3, there's a certain feeling when you get into that court. It's an aura that somebody is in charge and somebody is in command. But the person is the best and the sweetest of persons. But you're intimidated. You're naturally intimidated. And imagine a victim going in the court for the first time in their life. Having to face trained and experienced lawyers.
Noting he is not advocating for victim support legislation, which requires financial consideration, Minister Lashley says it is an option that can be explored.
You are attacked and you are so injured that you can't work anymore. The person is convicted. Yes. Gone through. Yeah. Time in prison. But you know what? You can't work no more. And you go on to your lawyer to sue. But the man is a man of straw. You got to sing.
He is also suggesting that on occasions, domestic matters can be resolved even before they get to the court.
Yes, we have police officers who are not trained in this area. But sometimes, in some of the matters, they can be solved at that level. And there's no need for a court to intervene. Because, of course, the legislation also gives police officers certain powers under the amendment. Give them certain powers.
Minister Lashley is promising action will be taken on the suggestions coming out of the symposium, along with the input of survivors, some of whom are sharing their stories and experiences with the judicial system. Onesta Henry, CBC News.
Now, health authorities are reporting that about 20,000 Barbadians, that's 13.3% of the population, are living with some stage of kidney disease. According to leading specialists at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital's transplant program, Dr. Margaret O'Shea, the number of new patients needing dialysis at the hospital is 6 per month. She says the QEH is struggling to effectively treat the majority of patients, with each requiring 3 treatments per week, but only actually receiving 2. Dr. O'Shea says this is why the legislative changes are needed to allow for an organ donor program and also the transplantation of donors' kidneys. Speaking at a panel discussion and cocktail reception hosted by the Kidney Association under the theme Strengthening Cross-Sectoral Partnerships for Kidney Health, the specialist noted that the ideal situation would be for the QEH to be able to facilitate at least 1 transplant a month.
In terms of our resources, because obviously it's 2 operations. There's post-op time where, you have to monitor patients very closely. They require immunosuppressive drugs in that early stage, and they have to be ordered, and they're not cheap. But of course, what we realize is that after transplantation, the cost to maintain these patients drops significantly because it's just medications. It's not dialysis.
Right.
The other form of renal replacement therapy, which is peritoneal dialysis, patients have to do at home. But again, the hospital does pay for the machine. So for the hemo, we look at about $60,000 a year. For peritoneal, about $50,000 a year to maintain patients.
Dr. O'Shea adds that patients with end-stage renal failure could benefit from a diseased donor program.
And it would just take us then to do the test on the patient, have a waiting list with all these patients on dialysis, do a match, and that has 2 lives saved. And a family who's grieving know that something good came out of what was a tragedy.
Yeah.
And we can increase our numbers to maybe 20, 30 a year.
Wow. Okay.
Right? And this is money saved on dialysis.
Yeah.
Right? We mentioned medical tourism. There are people in the island who have reached out. So, we can facilitate those. But don't get me wrong, our colleagues in the region are doing transplants as well. So,
Resurfacing and improvement of 1.5 kilometers of road stretching from Lower Estate to Charles Road Bridge in St. George has begun. Group Marketing Manager at C.O. Williams Company Limited, Sharon Carew White, says roadwork will be conducted every day from 7:30 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. The initiative aims to enhance transportation safety and efficiency for residents and commuters in the area. Trevor Thorpe reports.
The project is slated to run for approximately 3 months, during which time the construction teams will work diligently to complete the road improvements. Ms. Carew says they are working with service providers so that upgrades will represent a crucial step in maintaining and modernising the transportation infrastructure in St. George. The completion of the project is, however, dependent on the weather, as it is now the hurricane season.
We're working right now with the Barbados Water Authority as they're installing new water mains in that area. As soon as those folks are finished, that provider, we will go in with our milling and paving. If there's any excavation work to be done at that point in time, we will do it. But we'll be milling and paving just after they've finished installing the water mains.
The construction company official is advising the travelling public to consider using alternative routes during the construction period.
For those persons that are traversing, I would say take an alternate route because the divergences are through some very small roads to the left and the right of Charro Bridge. So if you can take an alternate route, please do so. So if you can use the Market Hill area, that it would be advisable. If you can use the Salters area without trying to go through Charro Bridge. However, we do know that some people do want to patronize the businesses within Charro Bridge. Obviously, we do expect then that you do continue to do so because they are open and we are just making some diversions, but we're not saying that at this point in time any roads are completely blocked.
Other roadworks are also taking place elsewhere across the country, and Ms. Carew White is encouraging everyone to follow all posted signs, obey instructions from safety personnel, and drive carefully to prevent accidents and delays.
Highway C1, which is the one that will go from the bottom of Apes Hill, Sion Hill, right up to Orange Hill. So I think you know that road past Waterhall, Apes Hill going up. That is currently being done at the moment. Again, a lot of persons are saying to me, well, we got halfway and we have to turn around. So please look out for our signage and our footage and our flag personnel.
Ms. Carew White says the cooperation of the public is essential to the successful completion of these road improvement projects. Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.
To sports, the West Indies women began their ICC Women's T20 World Cup warm-up campaign with a 26-run defeat to India women in England yesterday at the Sophia Gardens in Cardiff. Sent in to bat, India posted a competitive 179 for 9 from their 20 overs. And for the Windies, Afi Fletcher was a standout, returning impressive figures of 4 for 23. In reply, West Indies women closed on 153 for 8. Here's a look at the highlights.
Heaved into the leg side at the boundary.
And very early and hooked it right off her nose. That beats mid off the back foot.
It's glorious. Uppish. Oh, well taken. Down the ground and just stands and admires the stroke. And given.
Good performances here.
All leading edge. Should be taken very comfortably, and is. Shouts of catch, and is. Oh, it's a great over for Roddy Yadav.
It's a beauty. Sadly, it's a good take. Well, they need a boundary ball. It's 40 of 10. Sri Lanka's response is slowing it down. Full Mali is safe as India winning this game by 26 runs.
That's news and sports. More news and sports at noon right here on TV8. Morning Barbados is back from Inchcape, Barbados in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living crop over across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Crop Over Live, Crop Over Sweet Spot, festival vibes, the raw energy straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Crop Over Legends, Into Festival. The stories that built this festival. Vibe 94.7 FM brings it home. Crop Over Diaries, Calypso Legacy, Culture Unfiltered. And CBC News is on the ground for every story, update, and highlight. Everything streams live on our socials and YouTube. Wherever you are, you're connected. Plus, spot, connect, and win. One loyal CBC listener or viewer drives away in a Suzuki Hybrid. This isn't just a season. This is CBC. This is the Crop Over and Summer Vibe.
Crop Over lives on TV8. It's where the season comes alive. From the road to the stage, we've got it covered. The vibes, the music, the culture, all in one place. TV8, we are Crop Over Live.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
We could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't saying nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who really make the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing, you know.
Two, get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a life. When we come together, because you, me, we are the heart of the party. When the song sweet, it could be a lime or a fat. Be ready to sweat. Here's a shot you want, then realize.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Just before he started, he stretched to inhale the Caribbean breeze. We're talking about Isaac Phillips, who has found his way into Barbados in search of his roots, and he loves the lay of the land indeed. Isaac, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you for having me.
I could confirm to you now, he's the man who stood in front of me in the line at one of our supermarkets, and I, at the time, kept asking myself, is that him? Is that him? He looks familiar. It could not be him, but it was him. Good to see you again. Welcome to Barbados, first of all. What was it that brought you here in the first place?
So I came here for the first time on holiday in November last year, the beginning of November, for my birthday, actually. And yeah, I had such a great time. And by the end of the first week, I'd say I was totally in love with the place, the people, the culture. And yeah, I'm here now.
You could have chosen any destination to celebrate your birthday, but it was Barbados. What is it about Barbados that made you think for just a second, I should do my birthday in Barbados?
Do you know what? To be honest, it was already booked. My dad and my brother were already coming here, and I just got invited last minute. So it wasn't something that I had much of a say in, to be honest. But yeah, obviously, I'm really glad that I did.
But prior to their decision to book you, what did you know about Barbados?
I knew that this was my roots. I knew that it was something that I'd probably unknowingly neglected for 30 years of my life. So I was always interested in coming here, but yeah, I was very much in my English culture, let's say. So I was curious.
So how did you know that you had roots in Barbados? Who told you?
My father. Yeah, so without getting too deep, I actually met my father when I was 17 years old. And yeah, I always knew that this was where I'm from. I'd never been here, and it was somewhere I always liked to come.
So, just out of curiosity, what did he say to you about Barbados?
He said it's beautiful. He said it's beautiful. He said it's obviously surrounded by the sea, and you don't get many sandy seas in England, so that was something that definitely drew me toward the place. My younger brother, who's a year below me, he'd been here 3 or 4 times prior, and he tried to explain to me how lovely the place was, but I feel like it's something you have to really experience to understand. So, yeah.
So, on arrival in Barbados, then, to experience it for yourself, did it meet the expectation?
The expectation and more. Like, I never thought I could feel such a deep-rooted connection to a place and to a people. I didn't think that feeling was possible. So, I got Barbados to thank for that.
I'm curious, describe what that feeling is like. Is it like having a nice warm cake, a nice warm drink? What is it? What's it like? How sweet is it?
Do you know what? No one's ever asked me that question before, you know? No one's ever asked me that. But it's like I suppose, a sense of belonging. Yeah. The way everyone says good morning, everyone says good afternoon. People look you in the eye when they're talking to you. They really genuinely are interested in you as a person. The character of the people as well. Like there's no two people that are the same. And I really, really love that about the place.
But you had a head start. Everyone knows you. People know your face from being online. And so your decision to be an online personality, what was it that prompted you to do so?
Do you know what? I was always relatively active in England on social media, Instagram, TikTok, but probably not as consistent as I was when I came here. So my younger brother, I'll go back to him, he'd made a video on Chefette when he was here and got around 15,000 views, which in England isn't that much, but for a small island like Barbados,
it's
quite a lot. So that he said that the next day he's walking down the road and people recognised him. So obviously on the build up to coming here, he was saying, we should pump out some videos and see where it gets us. So it's not like I ever knew or expected or intended to get to the point that I'm at now. But yeah, it was organic. It was like a snowball effect.
So in walking the road, did people get to know you? Did they recognize you?
Yeah. And like every type of person as well. Children, elderly, people my own age, and the way that they would show that they recognize me was something that I'm not used to either. Like I could be walking and someone would put their head out the window and be like, Isaac! Or, all right, Dan!
Yes.
Yeah, all sorts. It was always such like a genuine interaction. And it still happens to this day, and I love it. I love it, honestly.
So there's something very organic about what you do, and without even working at it, you just do you. So much so, I've seen you online as well doing some very local things like walking up and having a good time.
I was hoping that didn't come up today.
That came up today. And so, immersing yourself in the culture, how did you go? Did you decide deliberately what it is you want to experience, or did you just go with the flow?
I kind of just threw myself into absolutely everything that came my way about the culture. So the walking up, the going and seeing the kids playing football here, trying all the different types of food, the drinks. Absolutely, I'm up for trying anything.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people will know from my social media, I don't take myself too seriously.
That's right.
I make funny faces. I say, hello, it's me, Isaac. And boy, and I just try to be as authentically myself as possible, and it's working for me.
I was curious, you use Art Dane. Yeah. So what are the phrases from Barbados have you caught that you to make you sound authentically Bajan?
There's a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
I like,
swear words.
No, I like, what's the vibe?
Well, yeah.
Art Dane. Do you know what? You put me on the spot a little bit
you
here,
have
you
to be
know.
in the conversation to do it. I get it.
And do you know what? I hear something, and then I'll just keep saying it. I'll say it and say it and say it
Yeah.
and say it until I start to get good at it.
Yes.
I feel like the accent can sound pretty good once I've practiced it a bit, but like normal conversation, I still don't feel 100% confident on my accent just
So you
yet.
came for your birthday. How old are you now?
I'm 31. And do you know what? I've been keeping that one quiet, you know.
Well, no, it is.
Yeah.
He's 31. He's still
I'm
young.
31. I'm 31.
Comparatively quite young. And so your decision about your life, what you want out of life, what have you stumbled upon?
Well, to be honest, I always knew that I was destined for more than what I was doing. I always wanted to be an influence and have an impact, and Barbados has really given me the avenue to do that. Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's
it.
it really.
That's
That's
simple.
it.
So
Yeah.
simple as that.
Yeah.
And so since November you've been here. I suppose by now, after all of this time, you've been everywhere. You pretty much know the lay of the land now, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I would say like the
I'll
West
test
Coast,
you.
the South Coast. Like I don't need a sat nav when I'm driving around no more.
Nice.
I know where I'm going now.
So, okay, you recognize where we are.
Yeah.
How can I get to Bridgetown from here?
Bridgetown, you go down to that roundabout and go left up Errol Barrow Highway.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Go over the first roundabout, and then the next roundabout you're taking the right and going straight down to the bottom. And then there's like a little field down there. There's the vans pick up there too. And there's that, you know where was that? What was that event that was over there?
You tell me.
Oh, it's like a kids event. There's like animals and there's Agrifest. That's it. Where Agrifest is. Yeah. How did I do?
Not bad.
Come on.
Not bad at all. I can follow your navigation. All right, then. You know the vibe. And so that's good. But was it difficult for you being able to navigate Barbados and to get to know it so well?
At first, yeah. It was. It was sat nav everywhere I go.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have any internet and I went the wrong way and it wouldn't reroute, I'd be struggling. I'd have to pull over and ask someone. And do you know what? That's another thing. I feel so comfortable doing stuff like that.
Yes.
Like the way people interact with each other, that's not a thing. And people always go out of their way to try and help you as well. Like, for example, if I be in the supermarket and I'm looking for something, I say, oh, do you know where this is? Someone's taking me exactly where I need to go.
Right.
Like, it's it's there, see you later. Like, they're very willing to help and to interact. I love Barbados, man.
Oh, those are the three words we love. Man. I love Barbados.
I love it. I love it here. I do.
In terms of your connections with your family back home, your friends back home as well, who are no doubt jealous, very, very jealous of what you're experiencing, what kinds of conversations do you have?
It's usually along the lines of, are you ever going to come back? And I say, for what? And that's no disrespect to England, because obviously it raised me and has made me the man I am.
Yeah.
But coming here is like, the way I've been received is like something I can't explain. And someone I don't even know if I want to say this. I'm going to say it. A very wise man said to me once, go where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated. Not saying that I'm only tolerated there, but I feel celebrated here.
Yeah.
So don't expect to see me in England anytime soon, all right?
For what? Indeed. We'll take a break right here. When we come back, I want to know more about his immersion into the season of crop over. He's in the vibe. And certainly we want to hear from him a little bit about what he's up to for the season. We're right back after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living crop over across every platform. TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Crop Over Live, Crop Over Sweet Spot, Festival Vibes, the raw energy straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Crop Over legends in the festival. The stories that built this festival.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's really one of the commercial centres in Barbados here in Warrens. We're taking a look at the Darcy Scott roundabout. And as you can see, traffic approaching the roundabout is not that heavy yet. Note the word yet, because that situation will change very, very soon, almost in the twinkling of an eye, as people make their way into town, into their places of work, and just to get on with their social activity as well. But we are live from outside of Inchcape, Barbados. I'm actually sitting next to one of the vehicles that we're giving you an opportunity to win this crop over season. It is the Suzuki GLX Across. The brand is called Across, and it takes you across the miles and many smiles and moments that you will have with your loved ones as well. But you have to keep listening and watching, because very soon we'll tell you exactly what to do, and then we'll give you the opportunity to win. We promise you it's going to be quite a drive. But I'm also next to Isaac Phillips, who is an influencer. He's a media personality. He is very Bajan. He knows it sometimes better than some of you, who we ask, if you ask him to take me from here to there, you stumble. And so Isaac, again, welcome to Barbados. A lot of what you do is centered around children. Why?
Okay, I believe that we live in a generation where there's a lot of external influence, which can actually be quite damaging to children, that forces you to think a certain way. It might not even be your own thoughts. So I actually write children's books. Yeah, not many people know this. I did make a video or two on social media, but not many people know this about me. And I've written them on experiences that I've had myself. So my first book's called Bobby the Bear, Being Brave and Having Boundaries, and what it means to have boundaries and what life's like without boundaries. Because if you don't have boundaries, it's like having a house with no doors. Yeah. So it's not just applicable to the child that's hearing it, but to the parent or to the teacher that's reading it. So I think having these books read to you, learning these things, is pure, it's family time, it's caring, it's what every child needs. So to be that positive male role model for those kids is an absolute honour.
And you love it so much, so very much indeed. And so you take time to spend time with the children, not just in your writing alone. And so have you had moments in Barbados where you had opportunities to interact directly? Yeah, I see your smile.
So many. Like sometimes I'll be driving down the road, and obviously I know the kids know me. So sometimes I'll just slow down and put my head out the window like that and just wait for them to react. And if they do, then sometimes they go crazy, like they get their phones out, they start videoing. I was driving past a school the other day. It wasn't like a mainstream school. I think it was like a private, like a one-to-one, like a more intimate type school. Some kids were sitting on the wall and they saw me as I drove past. I didn't see them, but I hear, Isaac! So I turned the car around, pulled up, and just went in there and started playing football with them for a little bit and just interacting with the kids. Like that is really as much as it's nice to be well known and appreciated, it's the kids which is the best part for me. Seeing their little faces light up when they see me, and like I said, just being that positive male role model that they all need.
That's living. I like the fact that you live your life with purpose and you live it without apology at the same time as well. I think that's a benefit you have in Barbados that I know you won't quite have in the UK. So much so that while you're here, did you take the time to have your ID card? Listen,
don't let me pull it out for you.
Let's pull this out. Here we go. Bang!
I better hide that. Might be some sensitive info on that. I don't really know.
We didn't do the close-up on it.
Then have a little close-up on that then.
There you go. Well, you are truly Barbadian.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a decision you actually made, or was it made for you?
Well, because I knew I wanted to stay here. I knew it was something that I had to get done. So yeah, it's a decision I made. I suppose a little bit of both. Yeah.
All right. It's Crop Over. And this would be your first time in our national festival, Crop Over.
That's right.
What do you know about the festival?
I know that it's celebrated by everyone here. Everyone looks forward to it. I see signs up about it. It's kind of all anyone's talking about at this present time, and all anyone's doing stuff for. I know people are bringing out music for it. There's bands. There's Kadooment, 4-day.
Yes.
I don't really know too much about that at the moment, and I hear people talk about it, and they're like, "Yeah, I can't wait for Kadooment." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm thinking, "What is that, bro?" but I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited. Just everyone else's excitement's kind of seeping into me, and I'm just embracing that.
For about 3 or so months of the year, this is what we do. It comes at the end of our crop season, which is sugarcane crop.
And so is that where the name comes from?
That's where it's come from.
There you go.
The
It's making
crop
sense.
has come to an end, so it's crop over. So the canes are taken to the factory, they're ground, and then we have our sugar, we export our sugar, blah, blah, blah. But nonetheless, we get to celebrate in a very significant way. History is that for a lot of people, it was their main source of income. So they were relatively poor. And so for them, it's like, hard times are now over. One of the characters who developed as a consequence of crop over was a man we called Mr. Harding. So we burnt him as an effigy at the end of the season to show that the hard times are now over. We have money in our pockets to make a difference to our families as well. But that's just a little bit of history. You can research it for yourself. But all season long, there is music flowing, there are fetes on, there are parties, there is just joy as it happens as well. And so have you made any decision to attend any particular event now that you are a little bit clearer as to what's happening?
I don't really know too much about specific events.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
But I saw you out partying.
Yeah. I indulge in a little bit here and there. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, a little bit here and there.
Yes.
I think I'm going to jump with a band.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be fun. That'll be an experience. So yeah,
there's 4-day morning, and then there's this Kadooment day as well. There's the pick of the crop final, which is a calypso where writers really take the time to give some biting lyrics to what they feel, how they see society. There's also this year the return of what we call the party monarch, where it is 2 monarchs, 2 crowns generally for sweet soca and power soca, held in one big, long, massive event. It's a wonderful, wonderful day of just having a grand time. There's a lot happening.
That sounds brilliant.
But yeah,
definitely something I'll be getting involved in then for sure.
So yes, it's crop over. Yes, you will immerse yourself. Yes, you will take all of your images and share with your friends and your people all over the world as well. Speaking of which, how far beyond Barbados and the UK is your audience generally?
So a lot of my followers are in Canada, you know. I didn't realise there was such a connection between Canada and Barbados. There's a lot of Asians over there, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm coming to realise.
Markets as well.
But Jamaica, Guyana, Grenadines.
Yeah.
Mainly the Caribbean, Canada, the USA, UK and Barbados. So when I check my analytics on my posts, they're the main ones that come up. There's other as well, but I'm not really sure where else.
But those are the big ones.
They're the main ones, yeah.
If you weren't doing this, what do you think Isaac will be doing?
I'd be doing this.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe not here, but I would be doing everything I can to leave a positive impact on the world. Yeah, a very wise man once told me that Tupac was asked the same question: if you weren't a rapper, what would you be? And he said, I'd be a rapper. If when it's in you,
it's in you.
It's in you, and it comes out. You know. So yeah, I've done a lot of self-development and developed a lot of self-awareness over the last few years. So to be able to help and influence people, especially the younger generation, is something that I take a lot of pride in and something that I would be doing regardless.
So far for the morning, I've heard 2 stories of people who've come to Barbados, who've fallen in love, and blah, blah, blah. The rest is happily ever after.
Yeah.
Isaac.
Say that again, sorry. Say that. Wait. Say that again.
You know where I'm going with this question. Love. What's on the love language for you?
What do you mean?
Okay,
what
that's the answer.
trying to ask me, man?
That's the answer.
Is he trying to ask me about?
You know exactly what I'm asking about. So, folks, he's available. He's free. He's free
and
single.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not in any sort of
entanglement.
No.
And so here you are now. You're spending time in Barbados. When do you plan to return soon?
To England?
Just out of curiosity, you're staying forevermore?
Yeah.
Okay.
People ask me that a lot as well. Like, are you going to stay forever? And it's so hard to answer that question because I try not to think too much about forever. I'm living in the moment. I think the hardest thing for us as human beings is to be present. We're either thinking about what's happened in the past or anticipating the future. And being present is what life's about, so that's what I'm trying to do. I know I love it here now. No doubt I'll go and see my family at some point, but that's really the only thing drawing me back to England.
He loves it here now. Those are the words I shall not forget.
I
Isaac,
love
it's really good to meet you.
Yeah.
Again, welcome home. I really hope you enjoy the time that you spend with us for the rest of your life, with us as well. But I hope you enjoy the festival as well, the Crop Over Festival. Stay tuned to the CBC. We have 3 radio stations and the only television station. We will bring to you what's happening. So for sure, that's one place you can come find out what is happening, and we'll tell you where to go. All right?
Great. Thank you so much. And thank you, Barbados, for the way you've treated me so far. I really appreciate it. I couldn't be more grateful.
We're thankful indeed. Isaac Phillips is his name. He's an influencer. He spends time on social media, but he is in Barbados. He's passionate about children. He's passionate about a whole host of other things. Get to know him when you see him on the streets. Just don't walk past and stare. Just say hi. He'll be happy to engage with you as well. Back from the busy thoroughway here in Warrens. We're just outside of the showroom of HK Barbados. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living crop over across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Crop Over Live, Crop Over Sweet Spot, Festival Vibes, the raw energy straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Crop Over Legends, Into Festival, the stories that built this festival. Vibe 94.7 FM brings it home. Crop Over Diaries, Calypso Legacy, Culture Unfiltered. And CBC News is on the ground for every story, update, and highlight. Everything streams live on our socials and YouTube. Wherever you are, you're connected. Plus, spot, connect, and win. One loyal CBC listener or viewer drives away in a Suzuki Hybrid. This isn't just a season. This is CBC. This is the Crop Over and Summer Vibe.
Crop Over lives on TV8. It's where the season comes alive. From the road to the stage, we've got it covered. The vibes, the music, the culture, all in one place. TV8. We are Crop Over Live.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
We could put on a fantastic show. All the best artists in the world, if the show ain't got nobody in it, show ain't saying nothing. So in the grand scheme of things, any party, any fete, any production, the people is who's really made the thing, right? So that was one of those, it's almost like an ode to the people. Because one is who's met this thing, you know.
Two, get ready. One, two, 1, 2. He could be a pet or a life. When we come together, because you, me, we are the heart of the party. When the song sweet, it could be a lime or a fat. Be ready to sweat. Cause I shot you one, then realize.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're just outside again of the showroom of Inchcape Barbados. Remember, business has already begun. People are moving through, they're driving in and they're driving out. Having made a decision inside, it opens at 7:30 weekday mornings until 4:30. And again, they're open and available to you on Saturdays. The parts department is one of those you might want to consider. I know, you're thinking parts, that's when I need a part. But when you need a part, you need to come to the parts department here at Inchcape. And so joining me is Troy Newsom, who is the operations sales lead in the parts department. Troy, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Pearson, and good morning to our parts family. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Do you have every part for every vehicle?
Well, we do, Troy, but again, we do have the one-off where we don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's always the opportunity for us to get it for you. But we always pride ourselves in making sure that our customers are well pleased and happy.
Are your hours the same as the regular showroom, 7:30 to 4:30?
No, we start at 7:45 to 4:30, Mondays to Fridays, and then on Saturdays we start from 8 to 12 p.m.
And I'm glad you said it like that because I want people to know the parts department is always open and ready to serve from
Always.
7:45 in the morning, Monday to Friday, and then from
8 a.m. till 12 p.m. on Saturdays.
On the Saturdays, 8 o'clock. So, why is it important that I should come to the parts department when there are so many other people there who are selling other kinds of parts?
Well, let me just say, that's a question that's always asked whenever persons come in, but genuine is always best. What I always tell people is that whether it be a part or any type of purchase, you should always have value for your product. So if you go shopping, there must always be some sort of type of value to your product. And like, for instance, if you purchase from us, there's always the guarantee from our manufacturers. There's always that reliability for you and safety for you and your family. And we pride ourselves in making sure that our customers are well pleased with the service that we provide.
Mm-hmm. So but a part is a part is a part, isn't it?
No, it's not. Like I said, there's always value behind the part. And like I said, our guarantee puts us ahead of our competitors. Mm-hmm. And it lasts longer, for sure. And it carries like a price range behind it as well. But when you look at the value behind when you purchase the same item more than once in a particular time period, then you get to say, hey, there's actually savings in purchasing that one part the first time.
The genuine part.
The genuine
first
part.
time. And you're quite right. It's the replacement cost that sometimes a lot of people don't spend enough time paying attention to. But then you realize over time, when you begin the mathematics on it, then you realize, you know what, I really could have invested
in that one purchase.
Sometimes, you could have invested in a new car rather than trying to fix the old car all the time. And so here we are, the parts department. You are guaranteeing us that generally you will have all the parts we're looking for, and if we don't, you will source it for us.
That's right. We normally have a turnover period of like 4 to 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm. If you're sourcing.
If we're sourcing it. Mm-hmm. And again, normally that follows with a deposit by the customer to ensure that, hey, they follow up to come and purchase that item. And normally we get it just in quick space time.
And so genuine parts are the ones we really want to encourage you for. So when it comes to your management of your vehicle, and particularly the vehicles here at Inchcape, is to come to the parts department. It's almost like you've gone to the hospital and they have a pharmacy. And you go to the hospital's pharmacy for a reason, because for sure they have the particular prescription that you're searching for. And so we want for you to when you come to Inchcape Barbados, that you see the vehicle, you consider a visit to the parts department as well. If I am... Okay, so I have a problem with the car. Mm-hmm. My AC converter is playing the fool, mm-hmm. and I want to have that changed. I call you up at the parts department and says, I need to have this fixed, and you have it already. How long? What happens thereafter? I purchase it and I go to my mechanic, or can you do that for me?
No, normally at the parts department, you normally come and make your purchase
and go.
And go. And we normally facilitate either by our walk-ins, or you could, an easy, convenient way is our WhatsApp channel, which is 266-9898. So that's always an easy and convenient way for customers to come reach out.
268-9898.
Yeah, 266-9898, and it's a very easy and convenient way. You could be home. Watching football, watching Isaac.
Mornin Barbados.
Mornin Barbados.
Yes.
And you can put your parts order through via WhatsApp. You could message us via IG as well. And normally you will receive what we call a reference number. You provide that number on entry to the parts department. And just like that, you're in and out. And it says on your lunch hours too, Pearson. So
True.
Yeah, if you
I need my hour to do something else.
Yeah, you do your hours do it. You just come in and grab that part and you go.
Yes. That's the convenience that you've built into what you're doing as a service indeed. And so the parts department, it's not right here, but you can't see it from the road, can we?
No, you just have to come in.
Drive in, and you drive past the main showroom.
Main showroom, you make the left by the S-Bend, and then a right, and then you see that big massive building right ahead of you.
Yeah, and it has parts department on it. So you will definitely know you're at the right place. And you do this Monday to Friday and Saturday as well.
Yeah.
From 7:45 on a weekday and from 8 o'clock on a Saturday, the parts department. And as he said, he's guaranteed he has pretty much all the parts that you need. And when they don't have it at the moment because other people have purchased, then they will get one for you. You make a deposit, and then you'll go about sourcing it for us.
That's right.
And it's important I can't underscore sufficiently the reason why we should take the genuine parts. Because sometimes, we invest, the repairment cost all the time is a bit high, but sometimes we go to another place and we pick up one of those not genuine parts because it was so convenient and so fast and so whatever.
Yeah.
And then we have a problem. We find ourselves sometimes with a problem. You're saying with a genuine part, generally it would integrate with my vehicle.
Right. So it's the right part, and it fits correctly the first time. Again, we tend to sway towards what we term to be the cheaper cost, but like we mentioned earlier, the cost tends to add up when you change that over a period of time. And what we like to do is that we also back by the professional sales team who's there to support whatever you need you have. So, and we have like I said, the dealer and the guarantee from our manufacturers that part will guarantee you safety and reliability throughout your vehicle lifestyle.
And that's important.
Yep.
A guarantee of safety and reliability for the rest of your car's lifetime.
That's right.
And even if not, you come back again, you get another one.
And again, like I said, like every other thing, sometimes you get failure in certain things, and we back ourselves that we will replace that for you with with no additional cost. So if that part, for whatever reason, does not,
is there a timeline on that? Don't tempt me here. Don't tempt me here. So if I had it replaced today, and a couple of years from now, here we go, we have a problem.
No. Not a couple of years, Pearson. How much time you would have been driving all that time, Pearson?
You said to me, if I see a problem, you can replace it for me.
Now, it depends on what the particular part is. We always put our customers first. And if it is need for a replacement, we replace it.
Right. And so we might have set that WhatsApp number because I like the convenience of that. That if I'm at home and I have a problem, or at any time it's, oh shoot, I really need to I can WhatsApp my order to you and just come and pick it up.
Yeah. So that WhatsApp number is 266-9898. And I guess, that oh shoot is something that is passed along to everybody. So let me just say that. So 266-9898. Like I said, at your convenience, whether you be at home, at work, you normally receive a reference number. You head on down to the parts department. You give that reference number to our delivery coordinator, and just like that, you're in and out.
266-9898. Put that in your phone fast there. 266-9898. That's the WhatsApp number to the parts department here at Inchcape Barbados. And the parts department will happily work with you. Your reference number you hold on to, because that then links once you come for pickup to your particular order.
That's right.
And we give it to you and you're good to go. That's convenience again. Really.
It's actually our heavily used channel right now at the moment. Yeah. So persons obviously see the convenience of it, and like I said, it works very well during lunch hours because normally that's around our peak time, and persons are just in and out just like that.
Yes, you really want to get to your mechanic before the day is done.
That's right. That's right.
So use the WhatsApp channel. We encourage you to do so. It's very busy there, yes, we know, but we have staff who are competent and capable and ready to put your order together so that when you arrive, you pick up your particular order. 266-9898. 266-9898, the WhatsApp number to the parts department of HK Barbados. But generally open weekday mornings from 7:45 until 4:30, and on Saturdays from 8 o'clock until noon. And in doing so, again, there's a genuine part for everything, generally.
For everything, that's right. And like I said, we know that some persons are tempted to try the non-generic item, but I always believe that you should put yourself and other road users first. So putting on that right part guarantees your safety and the safety of other road users.
Absolutely. And so now you know the parts department is ready and open to serve you, and they're happy to serve you every minute of every day to make that experience in the vehicle of choice from Inchcape Barbados one that is memorable. And that's what we're talking about, providing you with smiles across the miles and making life so much more affordable because you're happy, you're safe, you feel comfortable, you are confident that the vehicle in which you're traveling has all of the genuine parts to be able to effectively do what it is supposed and designed to do, which is to move people and cargo. And speaking of cargo, because I know your parts department is just not just for me, who's driving me and other people along, but you're also providing commercial parts as well.
That's right. That's right. So for our commercial customers, we always push the genuine aspect of making sure that they are ahead of their competitors. Now, if I am in the freight business and persons in the freight business, and for whatever reason Troy just chooses to choose that generic item, and then, hey, for whatever reason, that truck doesn't work that morning, Pearson gets the head-ups and getting that job ahead of Troy. So, again, the genuine parts works for you, and it works in extension to your customers as well, because if your customer is actually waiting on you to provide the service, then you can't get to provide that service. So by extension, we are powering the mobility of our commercial clients.
I like that. We're powering the mobility of our commercial clients. I can't repeat that word. That's lovely. And so we'll take a break right here. We're coming back with more in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
This is CBC, your cropover and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living cropover across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Cropover Live, Cropover Sweet Spot, Festival Vibes, the raw energy, straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Troy Newsom is the operations sales lead in the parts department here at Inchcape Motors, reminding you can use the WhatsApp number 266-9898, 266-9898 to place your order. Look for the reference number, then you can come in at your convenience and pick up the parts that your genuine parts that you're ordering as well. Commercial clients, you can do the very same thing, but the parts department is open since 7:45 until 4:30 this afternoon, every Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays from 8 o'clock. Now, Troy, Father's Day is fast approaching.
That's right.
And you know, men like their vroom vrooms.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, we're doing something very special for Father's Day. So fathers, we have something really special for you. No ties and boxers and socks this year.
You have me for a minute. What are you talking about?
But for sure, you can come into our parts department. We have 15% all accessories. We also have some specials on what we call 3D mats, some all-tech weather mats. We're going just for $150 for the set of 4. And what we love about these mats is that they contour very uniquely to your model. It traps all the dirt, the dust, the sand, everything, and it's just a quick and easy clean. You just dust it out or vacuum out, wherever your choice is, and all that carpet that's underneath is well protected. So again, it's 15% all accessories for our fathers there. So ladies, come and make sure that the fathers get all that lovely accessories. Give dads the gift they deserve this Father's Day.
Well said and well said. Be smart. Be smart. 15% off. But you need to come into the parts department here at Inchcape Motors and grab that great deal for fathers. You know, whether it is that you're the mats, whether it is that you're buying something different and new, not air freshener, all the little things. Don't give the man a little thing. Give him something meaningful, man.
That's right. So we got from the mats, we have from the rain visors.
Yes.
You name it. You got from the tire covers. Whatever your dad requires, come on in.
Come. This is a place to be.
Well stocked last.
Well, of course.
Well stocked last.
So for Father's Day, this is the big deal indeed, right here at the parts department. But there was something else you were telling me that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So we know there are other models on the island that are similar to us. We call them the JDM, what we call Japan domestic models, but we know them as recon models. So for a while, I know persons were saying that we don't carry parts for these particular models, but I just want to displace that myth. We do carry parts for the recon models. We're actually backed by a parts catalog, which actually gives us the accuracy and making sure that you get the correct part for that model. Yeah. So again, you can still get your parts through the same WhatsApp number, which is 266-9898, or you can call the PBX if social media is not your thing, 417-777, or walk in, and our team is more and willing to help you out.
So whether it's a brand new car or reconditioned car, they can service it indeed. And so the parts department welcomes you Monday to Friday from 7:45 and on Saturdays from 8 o'clock to come in. But grab that big deal, 15% off of parts, genuine parts, and different gadgets and bits and pieces as well for daddy. If you want to do a combination of items, you're free to do so as well.
That's
Whether
right.
you get him a mat, you get him a sunshade, all kinds of things. You get daddy just for him to drive, to feel good about his little baby, which is his car. So he shares his love to his baby as he shares his love to you as well. And so a Father's Day special is on at Inchcape Barbados in the parts department, and it is on just for you. And because they're giving to you still, they want to be work and business with the parts department is so convenient using a WhatsApp channel 266-9898. Troy, I want to thank you.
Hey, thank you.
And I wish you and your team well. Continue doing well what you do. We know the reliability of Inchcape Barbados. We know the reliability of the parts department of Inchcape Barbados. And so congratulations on such a legacy.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right, that's it for today, everybody. We want to thank you for keeping it with us. Indeed, we want to come back to you again tomorrow, if it be the will of the Lord, live from Inchcape Barbados. Until then, everybody, have a wonderful today. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
This is CBC, your crop over and summer vibe destination. This year, we're living crop over across every platform: TV, radio, digital, culture, music, sport, entertainment, like never before. On TV8, it's Crop Over Live, Crop Over Sweet Spot, festival vibes, the raw energy straight from the heart of the action. On radio, we've got every vibe covered. 98.1 The One brings the heat. The Soca Squad, Soca Avenue. It's SATA, Signal Fridays, pure energy, pure vibes. Q100.7 FM honors the legacy. Crop Over Legends, Indie Festival, the stories that built this festival. Vibe 94.7 FM brings it home. Cropover Diaries, Calypso Legacy, Culture Unfiltered. And CBC News is on the ground for every story, update, and highlight. Everything streams live on our socials and YouTube. Wherever you are, you're connected. Plus, spot, connect, and win. One loyal CBC listener or viewer drives away in a Suzuki Hybrid. This isn't just a season. This is CBC. This is the Cropover and Summer Vibe.
Cropover lives on TV8. It's where the season comes alive. From the road to the stage, we've got it covered. The vibes, the music, the culture, all in one place. TV8. We are Cropover Live.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan